Hello! Now I know what you're thinking. Yes, I need a haircut, and yes, my beard is too long. I've recently downloaded something called TikTok, you might have heard of it, full of very educational videos, just very eye-opening and enlightening. But what I've discovered is there are a lot of life hack videos, which are hacks in and of themselves.
Next time you lock your keys in the car, here's a way to get it unlocked, and all you need is a battery. Place the battery against your lock for 5 seconds. This actually jams the mechanism and unlocks your car.
99.96% of all life hacks are just absolute garbage. But I found an actual life hack that's real that I discovered, so I want to take credit for it before anyone else does. Whatever money you're spending on combs, it's too much. Throw it out, burn it, because this is all you need. These little pine trees you can get for like maybe $1.25 or like 75 cents at Hobby Lobby is the only comb you'll need. Just watch this. You know, if you told me yesterday that I would be brushing my hair with a mini pine tree today, I would have been like, yeah, that sounds about right. Tell me that is not the best comb that you've never seen. I look like I have the standard Lego person hairpiece. Oh my gosh, anyways. In a previous video about a month ago, I took some of my homemade, or my toys from childhood, robotics kits and stuff, and made something cool out of them today. So as I was exploring other elements of my childhood in my attic this morning, I found this. Mini Weapons of Mass Destruction 2. Don't ask me where the first copy is, because I bet the FBI has confiscated and burned all those copies. But Mini Weapons of Mass Destruction, written by John Austin, is an instruction manual on how to create weapons out of household objects.
So it was at this point when my camera actually died, and by the time I realized it, I didn't want to get back in front of the camera and do all this stuff. So anyways, this book teaches kids on how to make spy gadgets out of household items. And again, most of them are harmless, but a few of them, like the detonating pen or a blow dart, it seems kind of risky to teach kids how to make that kind of stuff. But I thought it would be fun if I took some of the coolest gadgets I saw in the book, make them, and then try to improve upon them and make them even cooler. So the first one I decided to try out was the SemiAutomatic dice launcher, which is, well, it's exactly what it sounds like it is. It is a semi-automatic dice launcher.
So, funny story, I finished making this, but the camera stopped recording because it ran out of battery, and I was not aware of that, so I kept talking to myself, providing very funny insight as I was creating it, but this is it, the semi-automatic dice launcher. So how it's supposed to work is that there are two shafts in the box. The vertical one is the one where the dice is loaded, and the horizontal one is where the dice is fired. So the dice is all stored in the vertical one. When the chapstick is pulled back by the elastic strap, it allows one dice to fall into the chamber. When it is released, it shoots the dice out. And then you repeat this process, and gravity makes each dice fall into the chamber to be shot again, making it semi-automatic, I guess. So let's see how this thing really fires. Alright, so one's fallen into the chamber, and a 6, ladies and gentlemen. We have a 6. Let's just rapid fire this. Oh, the other one popped out the top. Well, it works, but it doesn't really shoot the dice very far. If anything, this is a semi-automatic dice roller and not a shooter. Well, let's see what we can do to revamp this thing, huh? Alright, so here's the new and improved semi-automatic dice launcher. Now, I know it ain't pretty, but it gets the job done. I don't know what job that is, but whatever it is, it gets it done. Because the original thing, you had to use one hand to hold it and the other hand to launch the dice. I needed to streamline the experience and make it a whole one-handed action. So clearly I made a handle for it, and I replaced the underwear elastic band that was shooting the chapstick gun before. I just replaced that with cards and a clothespin. It's easier for your thumb to just flick it back. And I realized it doesn't really shoot dice so much as just roll them. So I think what is a better use of this than an actual weapon is if you bring this to like a game party, you know, your friends want to hang out, play some Catan or something, and you want to be the cool guy on campus, just pull this out of your pocket, be like, oh, you want a dice roll? How about that one? Want another one? How about that? How about another one? Or another one? Or another... Well, anyways, you know how this works. You've seen it. I'm getting kind of upset that my camera is refusing to work. So let's move on to the second one, shall we? Whew. I'll just make it through, Grant. Just make it through. So the next one is the gift card coin launcher. I thought this was the coolest when I first made it as a kid. Essentially, it is 3 gift cards that are stacked on top of each other, but the middle one has the middle part cut out so a coin can fit through. And then you can use an elastic rubber band to stretch and then launch the coin. So it's pretty much like anything that can shoot, except it's all flat so it can fit in your wallet, which I thought was cool. So let's see. Supplies, plastic gift cards. I don't have any plastic gift cards, but what I do have is this. I was kind of hoping it would make a noise, like a wobble board noise, but it didn't.
The wobble board. I like it. It's quite a good orchestral instrument, but it's fun to do. Yeah.
So I'm going to use a hacksaw to cut out card-sized shapes out of this plastic and then make that. Or I could just do the movie magic thing and have it happen instantly. Bippity, boppity, boo! Wow! Okay, so now we have 3 pieces of plastic akin to the size of the gift card. Now, let's get started, shall we? Halfway into the middle of the card, then trace the diameter using a permanent marker. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing is cutting out the middle part, and then these 2 ends will sit in between the 2 pieces of plastic, and so the middle part that I cut out will be able to slide back and forth, and my underwear elastic band will fire a coin out. Just waiting for the hot glue gun to warm up. Oh my gosh, hot glue gun, are you warmed up yet? Warm up? I feel like this is a very strange thing to just have in your wallet. Like, when am I actually going to use this? And there we have it, the credit card coin launcher. Alright, let's give this a test run. Okay, so we have our credit card launcher. Let's load the ammo and let's see how much distance we can get. Oh, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Almost 5 paces. And we landed on tails. Look at that. Let's see how I can revamp this to make it cooler. I don't know, it's pretty cool all by itself, actually. All done. This is the new and improved SemiAutomatic coin launcher. It is quite a lot bigger than the gift card size that it was supposed to be, but well, the name gives it off. It's semi-automatic, which I thought was a cool feature from the last little gun thing. So, what's a situation that you'd actually use this? Let's say you're at a McDonald's, right? And you're going through the drive-thru, but the car's a little too far away from the window where they take your money, and you can only pay with cash. But you don't have enough room to hand them the coins. You just pull this out of your jacket pocket, be like, yo fam, I got you. And it works just as, flip. Okay, it doesn't work perfectly, but I tested it out a few times before, and trust me, it worked perfectly then. Woo! Right, next thing. Oh my gosh, the Assassin Blade. This one, I remember making this when I was a kid and I got this book. This is my favorite. It's essentially a concealed blade that if you flick a switch will pop out of your wrist so you can shank some of your fellow classmates. Okay, so this thing said that I needed to have more gift cards and a ruler. But I don't have a ruler that I want to tear up, and I don't have any gift cards, so I just cut out more plastic piece things again. Essentially, the ruler, which was this that I cut out, is supposed to be the blade that will eject itself from your wrist so that you can just kill anyone and everyone you like to. Easy peasy. And now I need to hot glue this thing on there. Oh, ooh, good. More underwear elastic. Snippity-doo. I'm cutting up some underwear, how about you? I'm cutting up some underwear, what you doing today, baby? I wonder if I should make a compilation of all the times I've burned myself with hot glue in this video. Ow! Woo! Flip! Ow, ow, ow! Stop it! Ow! Dang it. So as you can see, the blade is being held by the band while this little paperclip is keeping it from injecting itself into my wrist. That little thing. So if you ever just walking your way down the hallway, you know, just doing what you do, and then someone comes and attacks you, you can just do one of these. Wow, that actually seems like it's just a dull piece of plastic, but that actually could kind of hurt you. I remember when I made this as a kid, when I first got the book, I thought it was so cool that I actually I wore it to school with me, which was not a very smart thing to do. I don't think my parents knew about it. It wasn't dangerous at all, but I wore it to school just because I felt cool. I didn't end up stabbing anybody, I just want to make that clear. But to make this upgraded or cooler, we can't just have a piece of plastic, we have to add an actual knife to the mix. And boom, here it is. So I've reconstructed it. It's bigger. I used cardboard instead of plastic, but I used an actual knife instead of just the plastic little piece. So, okay, so it's a butter knife, but it is still a knife. Yeah, that's nice. Just get, oh yeah. And that's it. Thank you for joining me on this adventure of making just weird stuff. If you are not subscribed yet, then cringe. You can do that.